Oh, baby, ladies and gentlemen. I told you this man was a force to be reckoned with within the development of this game. Because we already have a second update. That's right, patch version 1765. He just kind of uploads a new version every day and then divide by 365. You get 4.8. That's how many years this game has been in development. Anyway, early access patch 2 is here. And unlike all these pairs of glasses sitting on my desk, this patch is not trash. We've got a lot of changes, so let's just dive into it. General, due to popular demand, locked inventory slots have been returned. Couple caveats though. There are 0 locked slots on easy, 12 locked slots, that's the first entire row unlocked here, for normal, and 16 slots on nightmare, which is how it was always before he took them away. And the cost has been reduced because that was one of the pain points. That's a W. I think it should have been back. I mentioned in the last one, we'll see how it feels having them unlocked. It felt a little overpowered. That's how it felt. Felt like you could just win the game no matter what, because you just pick up more shit. I'm glad that there's some locks now. New enemy, Blocker Skull. We've got Blocker Crabs. They just kind of come at you. They've got a little bit more health. They kind of try to tank hits from everyone else. Now we got Blocker Skull, so that'll be interesting. I have not played yet, but they sound cool. New Tropical Island layout. I'm sure it's probably an arena island, but I guess we'll find out. Reworked how combos work. Now this was interesting. It was previously a pretty invisible thing, as he mentions. In the top right corner of your screen, you'll notice a combo counter, and it kind of didn't matter except for your score. But there will be a top 10 scoreboard here coming soon. But now the combo starts off at 1 times and it increases to 2 after eliminating 25 enemies without getting hit, 3 after eliminating 100 enemies without getting hit, 4 after 250 enemies, and 5 after eliminating 500 enemies without getting hit, which is going to be pretty tough. So basically once you get hit, it resets the combo back down to 1 and you start back over. Now what's the point of all this? Well, there's a couple combo related perks. We've got Crystal Combo, which increases the amount of crystals you get depending on your combo. We've got Damage Combo, increases your damage based on your combo, and Healthy Combo, heal when increasing your combo. So that'll be interesting for those who are interested in, going for those flawless runs and a little bit more skilled. You will be rewarded if you choose to pick up these perks. And I like that. It's another potential build path, and I think for the elite players in the community, it's going to pay dividends. I like that. He also says he added physics crowns to parkour islands, ... I have no idea what that means. But if you've had some fun with the physics crown items in the lobby, you know that you can stand on them and shoot them, and they will launch you upwards in a seemingly random direction. So maybe you can just launch yourself over and skip the whole parkour island. I don't know. But if you find out, let me know in the comments below. That's all the new stuff. Now let's get into balance changes. We've got the orb launcher damage increased from 30 to 35. And yes, hands up, I was wrong about the orb launcher. Video coming soon. But in my ranking video, I thought the orb was garbage, F tier. Then he buffed it for early access. And now we're getting a second buff, up to 35 damage, up from 30. He also buffed the AR in the last patch from 24 to 28. I've always said that minigun is the best weapon in the game, but it's the best automatic weapon. And then it was kind of orb and assault rifle duking it out. Typically, I would lean in favor of assault rifle, but now that orb is that strong, and it's always got a higher fire rate, it's going to be hard to put it lower than the assault rifle, so we'll see, but it's probably A tier at this point. It feels good before this buff. It's going to feel even better with the buff. Launcher crabs now only fire 2 projectiles instead of 3, and also have more telegraphing before they're about to fire. That'll be nice. Launcher crabs were pretty annoying. And playing with power, the infamous greed perk that increased your damage by a substantial amount, but also increased the ability to kill yourself. Friendly fire. And yeah, you pretty much always end up killing yourself with that one. He removed it from the loot pool. It's causing problems, and he's going to try to rework that in the future. So we'll see if that ever makes its way back into the game. Now let's look at some quality of life things, and then of course some bug fixes. But first, quality of life. Added anti-soft lock measures for enemies stuck in weird places on islands that prevented being able to progress. To me, that means sometimes enemies are just like stuck in a corner. That won't happen anymore. That'll be nice. Fixed lightning effects being extremely bright, so he dimmed that down a little bit, and that'll help. He also just in general says he toned back various bullet trail effects, and in general making it a little bit easier to see in late game runs, and this should improve performance. And yeah, I agree. I mean, a lot of different things like accelerating shot, sharp shot, zigzag, any of these damage bonuses, even aura shot, like the more you stack them, the more you level them up, they just like got brighter and bigger. And it just got to the point where you couldn't see shit. So it's nice that he's toning those down a little bit, making it more realistic. It'll just be better overall. Touched up some of the more work in progress type island visuals. Specifically mentions the vertical pillars map, so he's making adjustments to the maps, and we knew this was going to happen. He's going to tweak them, he's going to improve them, so that's always nice to see. He's adding support for native Steam Deck resolution, which is a little bit wonky at 1280 by 800, as well as some of the missing ultra-wide configurations and 720p configurations for different resolutions. So that's nice, just a wider variety baked right into the game. You love to see it. Fixed various out of map spots we've all explored. There's some new maps that you kind of just boop, just like tuck through a little hidey hole, a little crack, a little something, bust your way out of the map, and that's not good for this type of game. You know, it's funny, but it's not good for the game, so I'm happy he's fixing those. Improve the hitboxes of many assets, including trees, chests they could stuck in. Oh, including trees and chests that could get stuck in. Okay, he wrote this a little weird, but I know what he's trying to say. Sometimes you'd see a chest just kind of spawn in a tree, like sideways and just like janky. But yeah, very goofy. Fix various spawn points that can make your chest spawn on trees or rocks, as well as some player spawns that needed adjusting. So that directly, it's like almost a repeat of the previous point. You can now no longer take damage from lava on shop islands. That's nice. Fixed various difficult to understand UI descriptions to make things like spike chests costs more clear. So for example, spike chests, they cost 33% of your health, but it just kind of said like a parenthesis 33 heart symbol. Not perfectly clear, so I'm glad he's continuing to rework a little bit of the descriptions. Another example of kind of rewording the previous point here. Specifically, spike chests now show the exact amount of health that they'll take. Instead of just saying 33%, it's going to say the actual health number. If a blessing is active, like currently there's just flawless, it'll show up on the UI of the island, just like a challenge modifier, instead of having to remember it. The last quality of life thing, homing thorns are now red to not confuse them with harmless crystal pickups that fly to the player. That's a nice little thing. Now they're at least red, a little bit more obvious. Now onto the bug fixes. We fixed an issue. I'm not involved. By the way, guys, I'm not Noisestorm. I did not develop this game. I don't know why people on social media think that I did. I did not. I didn't. I just like the game a lot and post a lot. I'm not the dev, okay? That's Noisestorm. He looks different than me. He's that dude. I'm this dude. We're different people, okay? Anyway, fixed an issue where aiming down on the ground beside you with certain weapons like rocket launcher wouldn't spawn projectiles. Fixed an infinite key exploit. Keys are no longer saved with an auto-saved run. Interesting. I don't really know what that was, but you know, it's probably pretty nice that people are not getting infinite keys. That kind of breaks the whole progression system, right? Fixed an infinite loot exploit where laggy players could spam the drop button in inventory to drop multiple copies of the same loot. I didn't know this existed either. That's also ridiculous, so I'm glad that's fixed. Fixed an exploit where you could let players use spike chests and damage those without taking damage, using the iframes of a dash to negate the damage. I did know about this one. I never used it. I tried once. I'm a piece of shit. I did not do it right though. I still took the damage. So hey, you know, no harm, no foul. Fix an issue where falling off the edge of a completed parkour island that you had enabled a checkpoint, spawn you back the checkpoint stranded, as opposed to being at the end where, you know, you had correctly finished the parkour. So that's nice. Target dummy can no longer be broken in most cases. The most insane builds will still probably manage it. So he probably just increased the total health of the target dummy substantially. Quite frankly, it was a little too easy to kill him fully. Kill, break, whatever. Bosses should no longer spawn keys under the map or inside cliffs. That was a pain point of mine as well. Kill the boss, hard fought battle, and they're like 4 feet into a cliff and you can only reach 3 feet, so you just don't get it. Fixed issue where bosses would give more keys to certain players, so he wants it to be even. That's fair. Fixed an issue where you could evaporate if you swam too far into the sea in the lobby. And finally, last but not least, fixed an issue where it would be possible to die when spamming interact on totems with certain greed perks equipped. I don't know. I'm yawning. Look at those pearly whites. Okay. All right. Well, that is it for that update. And I say that as if it's not a lot of things because that's a long list. And this is already the second update. By the way, guys, 9:16 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday, April 9th. It's been 8 days since this game came out, and this is substantial patch number 2. Please, strap in. More where this came from. More of everything. This man is doing it all. This game is only going to get better as we go, and I really hope that a lot of you who have had so much fun with this game so far continue to play it, because it's worth every minute. And thanks for watching. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. I am The Furnace, your second favorite F word and the #1 source for all things Crab Champions. So if you want to stay up to date, this is the place. Please subscribe, ring the bell, do all that good shit. I'll see you later. Smooches. I'm so awkward. All right, bye.